conflict?
I am not, but this is, I know it's been a question, but I'm not familiar with any particular cases at this point in time. And maybe I would ask Commissioner Harrington if he's aware of any that have come or been appealed or anything of that nature.
Hi, Dr. Levine. So on Monday, I asked you guys about your map and where you were mapping individual cases, and through my experience realizing that it was likely being mapped by zip code for their mailing address. Dr. Levine, I think you said that you would get back to me if it turned out that was the case, but you kind of indicated that you thought that through the contact tracing, the state would find out where they actually lived. We've had readers reach out to us and let us know that they've tested positive in one of these.
Started was the fact of what we are reporting on a daily basis, just to make sure that everybody is on a level set here on what we're reporting on a daily basis. We are reporting every case that occurs in Vermont on a daily basis. The totals that you see on a daily basis includes everybody out of states in both our response to this virus and the tracing aspect. I call it hunting down the virus. Dr. Levine doesn't like that. I think boxing in the virus is the better way of putting it.
So is it too much for the state to collect individual counts of where people reside? I mean, it just seems to me that if you're taking a scientific approach to figuring out where you may or may not have a virus, having more data that you decide later that you don't need is better than 2 months from now realizing, maybe we should have collected that.
So, Greg, you're asking collecting the residence, not mailing address of everyone who's tested, not just...
I'm not sure what that would give us, Greg, but I'm going to let someone else answer that.
And we're going to have to move to the next questioner.
I'm just going to add one more layer of confusion to this, because when we start looking at the data, and even those who test positive, where those should be listed, or whether those should be listed if they're here, whether they should be listed at their home address, or whether they're listed in what is their new state home. So I think it just gets complicated for a number of different reasons. And I think that what we should be doing is trying to concentrate our energy on fighting the virus and getting through this. And we want to give up that we need to isolate and shut our doors to everyone. But we just want to keep people safe. So we're doing the best we can. We'll try and bring more clarity as we move forward. But again, I think we're doing the best we can at this point.
All right, Mike Donahue, the Islander.
Thank you very much. First, I'd like to thank Rebecca Kelly for facilitating the response about the elusive numbers showing the various out-of-staters. I did get those numbers last night that showed when the out-of-staters tested positive in Vermont, COVID-19, and it was interesting that 78 out-of-staters have apparently been assigned counties within Vermont by the health department. So my question today, the Grand Isle County region economy depends heavily on summer tourist traffic. Restaurants, stores, campgrounds, other businesses really have to do a whale of a business May to October to make most of the relief. Do you see coming for restaurants across Vermont, and when will that come?
Well, again, I believe that we'll have a phased-in approach that will start out with 25% and move on from there. I think the restaurants themselves will have to make the determination whether they cut back on staff and so forth to make that